I was waiting for the bus with my class. I also saw Class 1B on their bus. One of them was talking to our class, but I didn't know what he was saying because I had headphones on listening to Whatever You Want, and then some girl came and hit him and then dragged him to the rest of their class. Once we were on the bus, I was sitting next to Katsuki. I was by the window and he was next to me. After 5 hours of driving, I fell asleep and was leaning against the window with the music still playing. I was sleeping for 6 hours and then I woke up with my head on Katsuki's shoulder and his head resting on mine asleep. Bakugo POV. I was starting to feel sleepy and wanted to know if they were asleep or awake. When I saw them, they were peacefully asleep with their head on the window. I got my phone out and took a picture of them asleep and put the picture on my home screen and on their contact. I carefully got them and put their head on my shoulder. When I saw how cute they looked, I started to mess with their hair carefully so that they don't wake up. Looking at them one last time, I kissed them on their head and rested my head on theirs and started to fall asleep. Y/N POV. I then put my arm around him, holding him close to me. I did that for 10 minutes and then I carefully moved his head from mine so that he doesn't wake up, but it didn't work. "You're awake, Dimas," he said, slowly waking up. He was rubbing his eyes. "How long was I asleep?" I asked him. "I don't fucking know. I started getting tired, so when I saw you asleep leaning on the window and not me, I moved you. Next time lean on me and not anything or anyone else. If I see you leaning on someone else, then I will blow their ass off to the sky." I thought that it was funny that he got jealous at a window for me leaning on it. "It's so cute when you get jealous," I said, patting his head. "I don't get jealous, Dimas." When he said that, he looked even cuter. I then gave him a peck on his lips and he was blushing. I then started to look out the window and then he started to rest his head on my shoulder. When I felt him put his head on my shoulder, I looked at him and kissed his head. Everyone around us was asleep, so they didn't know what was going on. After I kissed him, he started to kiss my lips. He pushed me back so I was leaning on the window and he was on me. He broke the kiss and started to lie on me with his head on my shoulder and his breath hitting my neck. "I'm going to sleep now," he said, putting his arms around me, holding me tight. I did the same thing to him. Denki was in the other seat next to us, sitting with Jiro. Jiro was by the window asleep and Denki was sitting next to her. Denki just woke up realizing that he was leaning on Jiro while she was leaning on the window. He started to look at me and saw that my back was leaning on the window with Katsuki holding me tight so that I won't go anywhere. "Oh, wow," he said when he saw us. "That's so cute." He started to get his phone out to take a picture. "Denki, don't you fucking ass do it." I yelled at him not too loud so that I won't wake up my boyfriend that's on me. "It's not like I'm going to send it to someone else. I'm only going to send it to you. Maybe I will also send it to Bakugo," he told me while he was taking the picture and then sending me the picture. "If you send it to Bakugo, then he will kill you, Sparky." I told him. "Don't call me Sparky. It sounds like a pet's name. Plush, a cute girl is sitting next to me. And I don't want you to embarrass me," Denki said, and then he was about to put Jiro in his lab, but she woke up and used her quirk to stab him in his arm. "Ayaha!" Denki yelled so loud that it woke everyone up. "You should really stop flirting with every girl. You won't have a girlfriend like that, Sparky," I told him, laughing. Katsuki wasn't on me anymore since Denki yelled. "I will have a girlfriend someday. If I don't, then I will maybe have a boyfriend then. I can maybe ask." "Quiet down, kids. We're here." Mr. Aizawa interrupted him. Everyone was getting off the bus to get their things. Once I got my things, I saw that we were still on a road high up. There were a lot of trees and no buildings. I was looking for signs to tell the league where we are having camp, but I didn't see any. I stopped looking for the signs and just looked at the trees and felt someone wrap their arms around me. Maybe this camp is having us be partnered and we can pick our partners. "Now you don't have to be worried about your mom, she's not even here, and with those extras we'll have their place to stay," he said, whispering to my ear while holding me tightly. He then kissed my cheek, and with our class. I went to class and 2 girls dressed up like cats were there with a kid that has horns on his hat. Everyone was looking confused about what was going on. "These are the pro heroes you'll be working with at the summer training camp," Mr. Aizawa said. Midoriya was all happy. They're a 4-person hero team who specialize in mountain rescues. The Pussycats were founded when we were kids, like forever ago. This marks their 12th year working as a. He said, all excited to see them, but one of them got his face. "I'm pretty sure your math must be off. she said, holding his face with claws coming out of the paws. Everyone say hello, Mr. Aizawa said. Everyone said hello but not Katsuki. He was standing next to me with his hand holding mine. We own this whole stretch of land out here. Everything you can see. The summer camp you're staying at is at the base of the mountain, one of them said. I looked in that direction and it was really far. Then why did we all stop all the way up here instead? Uraraka said. Everyone was nervous and wanted to go back to the bus. The current time is 9:30 in the morning. If you're fast about it, you might make it there by noon. Now everyone was very nervous and started running to the bus. Kiddies who don't make it there by 12:30 won't get any lunch. Everyone was so close to the bus and the other girl jumped and landed in front of the bus so no one could get on. Using her quirk, she made everyone go to the forest. There was a lot of ground around us, so I decided to make a tornado just like how the weather taught me. I made a tornado and went to the forest, but someone got me and pulled me down. I hit the ground and then I saw what it was. It was something. The rest of the class caught up to me and saw it. We were all fighting that thing together. It was taking a long time to defeat it, and once we did, we found out that there were 5 others just like it. They were all the same, so we were able to fight it. By the time we got to camp, we were all tired, hungry, and a bit beat up. You said it would only be like 3 hours. Shiro complained. I got tired and started to lie on the floor. Katsuki walked up to me and looked down at me. You're tired? He asked me. Yeah. I replied. I soon sat up and saw that the kid named Kota had punched Midoriya in the balls and was walking away, leaving him in pain. What a low blow. You fiend of a child. A punch to the scrotum is unforgivable. Ida said, holding Midoriya. The last thing I want is to hang with some wannabe heroes. Kota said. He was reminding me of Katsuki. Wannabe? How old are you, kid? Ida asked, still holding Midoriya. Katsuki seemed to like the kid. That brat's got spunk. Katsuki said, smiling. He's like a mini version of you. Todoroki said. What are you talking about? You need to shut your mouth before I blast you all the way to hell. Katsuki said, all mad. I was laughing because I know that what Todoroki said was true. Enough playing around. Get your stuff on the bus. Once your bags are in your rooms, we'll have dinner in the cafeteria. After that, you can bathe and sleep. Tomorrow your training starts in earnest. You'd better get a move on. Mr. Aizawa told us. I went to the bus and got my things. Everyone's bags were dirty from what had happened earlier. I was trying my best I can to get the dirt off of everyone's bag, but there was only some dirt on the bags. Sorry. I did the best I could do to get all of the dirt off. I told them, but they were okay with what I could get off. Alright, everyone will share a room. With all the girls in one room and all the boys in another. Put your bags in the room and come on out for lunch. Mr. Aizawa said. Time skip lunch. I was sitting in a corner by the window and looking out while eating whatever you like. Once everyone was seated in their seats, I took count of who was here. Katsuki saw me and decided to sit next to me. Hey, he said, putting his tray of food down. Hey, I replied to him. I need to be in a spot where no one is so I can contact the league. I need to make sure that Denki is also doing his job. I started looking around for Denki and then I saw him with a group of people that he was flirting with. There were 3 girls and 2 boys at the table. Denki was flirting with all of them. I got up from my seat and went to where Denki was. When I was by him, I used my quirk to knock some air out of him. Sorry about him. He is just very flirty. I told them. He was lying on the floor with his arms around him. Let's leave them alone, Denki. I told you so many times that you can't flirt with everyone. I told him while dragging him to where I was sitting. One day I'll find someone who likes it when I'm very flirty. Maybe they are here in this room. He told me to lie on the floor with me, dragged me. You would probably make a fool of yourself and they might find out you didn't pass, so you have to be taking extra classes. I told him. Yeah, you're right. He told me to stand up. They won't be able to see my sick moves. If I pass, then they will be falling for me. He said, all smiling. Back at the table, I went to sit next to Katsuki. Denki saw how close we are together and started to give me a smirk. I knew what he was thinking about. I just ignored him and started to eat my food. Mina and Shiro were also at the table. Mina was mostly staring at me and Katsuki. Once we were done with lunch, I went back to the room where I was sleeping. Bakugo POV. During lunch, I saw that Wayne was sitting alone and looking out the window. I want to sit next to them so that they won't be lonely. Hey, I said, putting my tray of food down. Hey, they said back to me. I went to my food and started to eat. The moonlight was shining off of them, and they just looked perfect. I went a bit closer to them, and our knees were touching. I would look at them for a bit and look away. I just can't believe that I'm with them. They are the best thing that has ever happened to me. I want to tell them my secret, but I don't know when I should do it. Do I tell them right now? Do I tell them later? Do I tell them tomorrow? Do I tell them next week? Do I just keep it a secret forever? I know that I have to tell them someday. After a while of thinking, I saw Shitty Hair looking at me and smiling. I don't know what he was thinking. Later on, Ryan went to get a dumb face from flirting with some extras. I know that they are not together, but at the same time, I think that there is something going on with Dumbface and Ryan. I know that they told me many times that they are not a thing, but at the same time I still think they are. After they apologized to the people for what happened, they went to sit next to me. Later on, Tape and Raccoon Eyes went to sit with us. I don't know why they went to sit with us. They were sitting with Shitty Hair and now with us. YN POV. I was in the room and no one was there. I was all by myself so I could talk to the league. The cap is in a place where the pro hero team Pussycats live. It's mostly an open field, so it's perfect for the plan. Tomorrow is when we start all the training. With the training, I will know different locations in the area to strike. No one will ever see coming. I will see if I can look around the building when everyone is asleep to gather some more information. I told them about the plan. I don't know all of the plan that they have, but I will do whatever it takes to complete our mission. At the League hideout. Shigaraki POV. I got the information that YN gave me for the plan. I haven't told them or Denki about our plan because I just want them to give us details. With them in UA, they will have to be more than us. With the camp they are doing, it will be easy to get the strongest person on our team. With him, we can have a stronger league of villains. His quirk, strength, and attitude will make him a perfect villain. When we first heard about him on the news, we knew why the sludge villain wanted him for his power and strength. Watching him at the sports festival, we saw what he can do and how people treat him. With what we have planned, we can definitely have Katsuki Bakugo on our side. Y/N POV. Next morning I got into my hero outfit and went to a field with the rest of the class. We were mostly training on working on making our quirk stronger. Everyone was training and making their quirk stronger. Denki and I were pretending to get our quirk stronger, but what we were doing was to send the league some information we had. Denki was acting dumb but kept using his quirk. He was just acting dumb, but he was mostly trying to send the league some information. I was making a tornado just like what I did yesterday, but with different air attacks. I am also flying as high as I can. I was also fighting Midoriya since he was practicing fighting without breaking his bones. I was blocking his punches and then used my to make him out of breath and block the punches by pushing them away. It was fun fighting with him, but I saw Katsuki looking at me all mad. He was getting jealous. His explosions were getting bigger and dangerous. Katsuki gets a lot stronger when he's jealous. Bakugo POV. I saw that Dame Nerd training with my teddy bear. I got so mad that they would have them train with that Dame Deku. He's probably told them my secret. The more I saw them fighting, the more I got mad. I want to be the one to train with them, not Deku. I have been watching them train, and I didn't notice that I almost got this place on fire. Explosions got way bigger since I started watching them. Bakugo, you did enough, go and take a break. Mr. Aizawa told me. I'm not taking a Dame break. I yelled at him, going to where I was training. I put my hands in the hot water and then picked my hands up to make an explosion, but nothing happened. I was confused about what was going on, but then I realized that my teacher used his quirk on me again. I said that you need to go and take a break. You almost burned this place with the last explosion that you did. Next time try to control your explosion, or else you will set something on fire or hurt someone. He told me. I got mad, but I just walked away from everyone and just sat and watched them. I'm better than all of these extras. I'm going to prove to everyone that I'm better than them when I become the #1 hero. Y/N POV. I saw that Katsuki stopped training and is mad. Everyone else was still training. All of Class 1A and 1B were getting better at using their quirks. Once I was done training with Midoriya, I went to do more of what I was doing earlier. Secretly, I have been checking how big this field is and where the league can hide, sending them the information as quickly as I can so that no one will notice. Time skip dinner time. Once we got back, everyone was hungry. Oh well, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to see what food they have for us. Denki said, all happy that he could finally eat. Actually, we didn't make any food. You have to make the food. Everyone has to help. Mandalay told all of us. Everyone was helping make the food. Once we finished making the food, we went to sit at the table to eat and talk about all the training we did and how better we got. Time skip 3 days later. Today is the day that the league is going to attack and get someone to make them a villain. I still don't know who, but during training I have been becoming friends with Ida. All I need to do is make him trust me more so that Denki and I can do our plan. We were doing our training in groups while Denki and Mina were whining about not being a part of the training and having to do some schoolwork. With me passing the exam, I can tell the league everything about what we are doing and where we go. With Denki's failure of the exam, he can tell them where they go and what they do. Since they have this information, they will know where to go. Everyone was waiting for the training until there was a villain. Mandalay and Tiger were face to face with Spinner and Magna. They were fighting. The plan was working. No one is fighting back because we can't fight since we don't have a hero license yet. We all had to watch. Time skip so everyone can fight. We heard Ragdoll telling us that Mr. Aizawa gave us the okay to fight the villains and that they were looking for Katsuki. This whole time they were talking about taking him. I got so mad and wanted to find him. I don't care what happens. I ran to the forest to try to find him. Good thing that there wasn't any toxic gas so that no one would expect something. I was looking everywhere to find him and then I saw some ice. It was Todoroki ice. I then heard Midoriya and Shurji. I went to the directing where I heard them, but once I got there, Katsuki was already in the portal and was gone. I was very mad that they took him and sad for what might going to happen. I need to save him. I'm going to save him. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss anything I post.